My husband really just made me like, ooh, you know, that's the look that I'm going for. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my updated everyday makeup routine, and I'm also going to be sharing with you guys some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way on just to have a long-lasting creaseless makeup look. So if you guys want to see what products I use, my little techniques that I've been doing and incorporating into my changing skin, now I have to adapt to the changes of my skin. And since it's been a little hot minute since I've posted a makeup video, I thought it'd be fun to just bring you guys up to speed on what I've been doing with my makeup routine, and hopefully I answer any of you guys' questions when it comes to what makeup and products I've been using and loving at the moment. So if you guys want to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Go ahead and just jump right in. Let's start making myself look a little bit more presentable. I will say, just a quick disclaimer, I gave myself a busted lip. That is why this is there. We're just gonna ignore the elephant in the room and just roll with it. With some lipstick you guys saw in the intro, we can cover it up and it's not as in your face. So hope it doesn't bother you as much as it bothers me, but we're just gonna move past that. I am gonna start off with my brows because that's just how I start my routine. I feel like once I start to see how my brows look, then everything else just slowly starts to come together. So I still use my Huda Beauty eyebrow pencil. I love this guy so much. I just haven't found anything in the market that works just as good as this. So I just stay repurchasing it and stay using it because it's just so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start by brushing up my brows. And actually, let me show you guys a product that I learned from my friend Denora in Cali. She was using this Anastasia Brow Freeze styling gel. It's kind of like a styling wax actually, and she was using this to brush up her brows and just kind of freeze them in place, and then she would go in with an eyebrow pencil, and I thought that technique was really neat. So I've been doing it and I've really been going to town with this thing. It's like gonna be hard for you guys to tell, but I really have been enjoying it, and you just have to be careful because if you put too much, it can look kind of flaky throughout the day. So just keep that in mind and don't use too much of this product. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on my brush and we're just gonna start just gluing the brows upwards. I'm gonna take some more. I didn't have enough. Okay, I guess we're gonna take some more. Yeah, I said a little bit, but I'm taking a generous amount, I should say. And then, hold on, my mirror is sideways, so I keep looking to the side. Let me fix that. I'm gonna brush it upwards. Brows are now kind of done. This is what the brow product does to my eyebrows. It just makes it look like slick back, which I kind of like. So now I'm gonna go on with my brow pencil, now kind of shape the brow a little bit and give it more definition. Brows for me take so much concentration. It is really hard for me to talk and do them because one stroke too much I feel like makes your brows look really aggressive and harsh. See how defined that made the brow? It looks so much better than this one where it's just like, it looks nice but it needs more shaping and like definition. So I really like this technique. And then I'll just kind of fill in the sparse hairs over here, and then I take the NYX Lift and Snatch brow product. I've used this again a million times here on my channel whenever I do a makeup video, and this one also just helps kind of create those little fine hairs just to kind of fill in the gaps of anything that looks too gappy, and a little bit in the front. I used to fill this area a little too much, and now I try not to do too much. So now I'm gonna take this one final time and just brush that and blend it in. Try not to be too aggressive with it because then I feel like it can easily start to flake and I don't want that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the brows so that you can see the difference. I am using the LA Girl Pro Concealer. Do you guys remember this concealer? I recently repurchased it and I've been loving it ever since. I also like that it comes with a little brush, but it seems like there's too much product on there. So I'm gonna put it in a little e.l.f. brush. This is e.l.f. No, this is the Sigma Short Shader E20 brush, and I'm gonna help carve out my brow. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just blend it all together so that it doesn't look as harsh. Look at the difference a brow can do. And then I'm also gonna take the top part and just clean this part up as well. You can use foundation if you want to, but I'm gonna use concealer because this one is not as light, so it's easier to blend and it just helps define the brow. Bam. And it looks like I just got my brows done. All right, my brows are done. I will say they're not my favorite brows. I feel like, I don't know why. They came out a little too dark for my liking, but it's okay. We'll fix it along the way and kind of see how I can fix it and maneuver it. Let's talk about complexion and skin. I have dry skin, but I really have been working on moisturizing my skin. So right now my skin feels okay. I don't feel like I have to use any hydrating primer or anything like that. So the combo that I've been using is these two products right here. They're both from e.l.f. They both work really, really well with my skin. So this one is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. If you watch my channel before, any makeup video or tutorial that I've done, I always use the Putty Primer. But then the Power Grip Primer came along and I really also have been enjoying it. I feel like my makeup just sticks in my face and it lasts all day. It's kind of a dupe for Hydro Grip Primer that I also have used in the past and I love. So this one is just a more affordable version, and then cocktailing these two together, I just feel like gives me the perfect canvas to work with for also long-lasting makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead, start off with the Putty Primer, and I'm gonna just generously put this on my skin. I feel like for this one, the more the better. So we are very generous with this to cover up all those pores. And as you can see, it easily just blends right into your skin and it just leaves it like really nice and silky smooth. I love it. Now that that's all blended in, I'm gonna go in with the Power Grip Primer. And I'm not gonna use too much. I guess I'll do just two pumps and just finishing. So 2 pumps. And I'm gonna just press this onto my skin. Now this step for me is crucial. I have been noticing that any concealer that I've been using has been creasing under my eyes. I have fine lines. I'm pretty sure you guys could see it. I have one really harsh under eye line that literally bothers me so much, and any concealer I've been wearing has been creasing and it's not working for me. So what I decided to do was use eyeshadow primer under my eyes and on top of my eyes, and that has been working. So let me show you. That's step number 1 to avoid any creasing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put some on the bottom of my eyes and then also the top. So this is an eyeshadow primer like I mentioned, and this is typically used for your lids up here so that the eyeshadow that you're using just really grips to the product and it doesn't have any creasing and it lasts all day. So I was like, you know what? That sounds like the problem that I'm having with my under eyes. So I was like, let's see if this works, and it does. So it blends in really nicely. Make sure you get it in all of your creases. And once that's there, I also have dark circles under my eyes, and if I just throw on a concealer, you're still gonna see that dark shadow. So color correcting for me has been crucial. This is from Dragon Beauty. Love this color corrector. It is hydrating. It does not dry out my eyes, and I really have been liking it. And this shade is literally perfection for me. So I just take it and I put it right under my eyes like so. You don't need too much because it is pigmented. If you put too much, you're gonna have to use more product to cover up that area. So make sure you don't put too much. I'm gonna take this little flat brush right here and just gently start pressing that under my eye. I'm gonna look up so that it can start to settle in those like lines and kind of just blend that away. And I don't do the top, kind of just whatever's left over. I'll just bring it up there, but it's not necessary. They're not as dark as my under eyes, so the concealer does the job in covering that. And if I have anything left over, any little pigmentation spots, you can just go ahead and do like a little light layer over it to avoid it from peeking through. So now we can move on to foundation. I really have been obsessed with Huda Beauty and their stick foundation. I just feel like there's nothing. 1, it's a perfect match. 2, it lasts all day. And 3, it feels like I'm not wearing anything. So I really haven't been enjoying this product. But I also want to pick up the new Makeup Forever HD foundation. I heard it's really good. So I'm gonna see if I can go snatch that up today because I really want to try it. So this foundation, I only use a brush to apply it. I feel like the sponge just soaks it all in, and so a brush is much better. This is the, I don't even know what this is. This is the brand. I don't even know where I got this brush from, but it's so good. And I can finally cover this little guy up. Also, whenever it comes to foundation, I never put it under my eyes because I primed, color corrected, and then if I do foundation and concealer, it's just gonna be too much. So I'm trying to keep as less product as possible under my eyes to avoid it from caking up. So I don't go under there, I just go around the area to avoid it and just like blend it in. This foundation is medium coverage. I think you can build it up. I never do 2 layers of it because I like the coverage that it gives me, but if you want to build it, I'm pretty sure you can. But for me, it's definitely a medium coverage because I can still kind of see the little acne peeking through. The acne scars like this one right here, which was pretty dark, and this one like right here. That doesn't bother me. I used to be a full coverage queen. Like this was too, I was still seeing too much skin under, and I really looked for any and every foundation that said full coverage, and that's all I would use. Now I actually like my skin, so I don't mind it not being full coverage. Even light coverage sometimes I will do, but at the same time I feel like low-key light coverage foundation is so pointless for that. Don't even wear anything. Like, what's the point at that point, you know? So I try to usually just use medium coverage, and if a foundation is full coverage, then cool. For a more glammed, you know, especially when you're doing eyeshadow, more coverage foundation looks nice. Move on to concealer, and I've been using the LA Girl, the same one that I did my carving out the brow situation, because I noticed that this one, it's an OG product for a reason. It doesn't really crease on me. I feel like it gives me great coverage and it lasts all day. It's just a really great concealer, and it's also drugstore and affordable, so why not, you know? I've really been going to town. This is the shade Pure Beige, and it's my perfect shade, I would say. Just gonna put that all under the eyes, and I'm also gonna put it on my T-zone situation just to brighten up the center of my face. I've been doing that for a little bit, and I actually really like how it looks. Feels very excessive because you're using so much more product, but I like the overall finished look. So I'm gonna take my damp beauty blender, and well, it's not really a beauty blender, I don't know where it's from, but it's a sponge. We're just gonna go ahead and blend away. Look how easy that blended. Like, really, it's so seamless. The brows are a little too harsh, so I'm gonna use the concealer to kind of spread that out. Bam. So pretty. Now for my under eyes, I start this way. I used to go right into the middle, but if you start blending from the bottom up, I feel like you just get better coverage and it just looks better overall. And then I bring it up to the lid so that it can look cohesive and clean. Wow, look at the difference, guys. Concealer is literally game changing, especially color correcting. If you're like me and you have dark circles, I would not get this look with using the same concealer if I had not color corrected. So very important to color correct if, again, you have dark circles, because it changes the way your makeup looks and it just looks more seamless all put together. Now it's time to contour. I really love contouring. Contouring is probably one of my favorite parts of my makeup routine because it brings back the color and the warmth back into my skin that I kind of lose when I'm doing foundation and concealers. So for contouring, I'm still using my favorite Fenty Beauty Truffle Match. Is it the matchstick? Yeah, the matchstick. And I really like this one. I feel like I haven't found one that's exactly just as good as this one, besides the Juvia's Stick foundation that I used all the time, but I ran out of it. So I'm using this now, and I kind of just go to town with contouring. Oop, that line was not straight, but go to town with contouring. I think it's so much fun. Wow, we're definitely not straight. Oh my god, this one's way too low. That's okay, I can just bring this one up, and then I do it here in my nose, and then sometimes I'll do a little bit of the jawline, just a little, very little. And for contouring and to blend out the contour, I always use a brush. Whenever I use a beauty blender, I just don't feel like it blends better. I don't know, I don't like how it looks. So if I need to just go back in and touch it up, if my brush didn't do a good job, then I'll do that. But just to initially jump right into the sponge, I don't feel like that for me works the best. So since I put the line so low, I'm gonna work it upwards instead of dragging it down. So I'm gonna bring it up and just push it into the skin instead of like aggressively trying to blend it in. Take your time. For me, makeup is very therapeutic, so I like to listen to a podcast, listen to music, or watch a movie, or watch something while I'm doing my makeup, and it's just very, very therapeutic. So take your time doing your makeup. Of course, if you're like rushing for work, you may not be doing this every morning or every day, but for me, I find this very, very therapeutic, and I just try to give myself time if I know I want to wear makeup so that I can just do it and like not have to rush and just feel confident with the way, you know, it turns out and just the way you show up for that day. I really, really, really enjoy this process. Hello?
Yo.
What up? All right, now that we're all blended, do you guys see how like seamless that blended? It's giving me a little bit of a contour. It's giving me more color, but not too much because I still need to bronze, but it's perfect. Now, this is the game-changing product in my routine. My sister put me onto this and I have been obsessed. So this is the RCMA, the original no color powder, and I have been using this under my eyes to just bake them, help my lines kind of settle and not crease throughout the day. today, and this has been a fantastic product. So I am gonna put some on the lid. Before I go in and put some on my sponge, I'm just gonna make sure that everything is blended, that there are no creases, because you don't want to set a crease in place. That's gonna defeat the whole purpose. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender, put some on my sponge, and I'm gonna look up and place that right in my problem area. And then I'm also gonna take that and put it on the lid as well, because I have lines obviously on the top of my lid. I'm gonna bake it a little bit because I am gonna be going out after this. So very, very little I'm gonna bake it. So I really make sure that I get in those lines and I want it to be settled. Another problem area for me is my laugh lines. I'm a happy person, so you know I like to laugh, and throughout the day my makeup creases in my laugh line. And so this as well just helps. Another trick I used to do is put this also in my laugh lines to help that. Today I just kind of forgot about that, but this also really helps. So I'm gonna go ahead and just let that kind of bake on there. And then whatever's left over, I will just bring it all around my face and kind of just set everything in place. And I don't bake for too long because then my under eyes look dry and I don't want that. I just want to set the makeup. So now I'm just gonna go in and just blend it out. I love the fact that it literally has no color to it, so the concealer shade stays exactly the same. And I like that because sometimes there's powders and setting powders that either make my concealer look too yellow or too white or too peachy. Even if they say they're translucent and they don't do it. I've noticed that throughout the day that kind of happens, but for this one it is super true to what it says. It's a no color setting powder, which I really like. I found this one recently cleaning out my stash. This is from Kokie. I hope I said that right. Kokie Professional Makeup, and I love it because it's giving all of the shades that will look really, really nice. And so I literally use all three of these. So I just dab my brush into a little bit of all three of these. It just brings back all that color. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then just kind of tap it off. And then with the light hand, we're gonna just start building that color up. I don't want it to be too much. I don't want it to be too aggressive. I want it to be visible. And I'm just gonna go on and just the same places where I kind of contoured, that's exactly where I am setting that contour. And these 3 colors together I feel like give me my perfect match. Look how pretty that blended out. I love this so much. And just make sure you blend, blend, blend. And now I'm gonna take the flatter brush, like the more smaller brush, and I'm gonna do the same thing, all 3 colors, tap, and then kind of put it on my hand to see, and then we'll go in with the nose and kind of like the same exact places where we put the contour again. Do that, and then I also like to drag it out over here because I am not doing eyeshadow today, but this gives me a little bit more life in between my eyes, I feel, than just like a bland look, you know? Now let's move on to blush, and I'm gonna be using these ColourPop pressed powder blush, and I love it. It's so cute. I got it in their Valentine's Day collection, and there's so many different shades, but this one right here is one of my fave. This one is, it doesn't have a color to it. Like, it doesn't have a name, but it's the second to last shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some on my brush. I have been into liquid blush as well, but today I kind of just want to use this one. I was that person that did not like blush, and now I literally put it everywhere and I really like the look. Right now we're looking crazy, but don't worry, I'm gonna blend it out. I'm going back in with my beauty blender and we're going to blend it out because I don't like it to look so harshly. I want it to look seamless and kind of like I'm a little flustered and fluttered, you know? That's the look that I'm going for. My husband really just made me like, ooh, you know? That's the look that I'm going for. See how cute that is? Subtle, not too much, but you could see that it's there. So much talking, I'm thirsty. There's like an eyebrow hair that is bothering me. I'm gonna try to make it stay back, but if not, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pluck it out. Look, it's just right here. Yeah, did it stay back? I'm gonna have to pluck it out. There we go. It was bothering me. I keep looking at myself and I'm like, why is there one hair sticking out? Now I'm gonna go on and set my face. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty one. I also need to restock on this one. This is the Resting Boss Face. I really like it. Again, just long lasting. Makes my makeup stay all day. It is the Extra Hold one. It has fragrance. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But I really like it. I need to get another one as well. So in Sephora, I'm gonna try to stock up on this one. It absorbs really quickly into your skin, which I like. Some setting powders just like stay there for like ever and you have to really work it in, but this one sets in really quick. Look, it's already dry for the most part. So right here. So as of lately, a wing liner has definitely been my thing. I would say it's part of my signature look, I guess you can say. So what I do is I take an eyeshadow palette. This is the Too Faced Born This Way. This is the Natural Nudes eyeshadow palette. And whatever color I'm like feeling from this palette, I just dip my brush in and I get it. So today I'm wearing this neon top, but it's, I guess I feel like any like warm tone look will still go with it. So what I do is I take my brush and then I spray it with some setting spray. This is the Milani Make It Last. I love this one as well. I take about some sprays and then I just dip my brush into whatever color I'm feeling today. I'm feeling the cocoa one, so we're going to just dip my brush in the cocoa and let me just spray a little bit more. And it kind of just like turns it into a graphic liner situation, and it's so much easier than actual eyeliner. So I'm gonna do this and I can't talk, otherwise I'm gonna mess this up. Because this is powder, I feel like you just can't mess up with this. Like you really can't mess up in my opinion, and you can make it as messy or as clean as you want. Just depends on the look that you're going for. Bam. Let me go ahead and do the other one and we can move on to lips. So the liner actually ended up coming out a little bit more red, but I don't mind it. I think it's kind of cute. We're gonna move on to mascara. I was gonna pop some lashes on, but I'm kind of like not in the mood to deal with lashes today. So what I'm gonna do is curl my lashes. And then I'm going to take an eyeshadow primer. This one is the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer from Essence. You can't really see it because it's washed out. But I'm going to go ahead and just prime my eyelids. Not my eyelids, my eyelashes. So that I can have more fuller, long-lasting mascara. It is an extra step, but I think it is a very necessary step to take, especially if you're not going to wear falsies and you just want to enhance your actual natural lashes. This works really well. I'm only doing top liner. I've been really liking the just naked under eye look and then like a full lash. I've really been liking that look, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara. Still love this one. Haven't found one as good as this. Comment below if you guys have any mascara recommendations, because I feel like I stick to using the same thing. This one is a really good one and it just never lets me down, so that's why I always use it. Let's go on and load up on mascara. This guy is bothering me. So let's go ahead and see if I can cover it up. I'm going to use Morphed Trendsetter. This is a pretty deep color. I was really looking for Cork by, is it Cork? Yes, I think it's Cork by MAC. I don't know where I put it. I have it here somewhere. And I'm going to use a really light hand with this, because if not, it's going to just change the look that I'm going for. It can be a little overpowering. So I just did the outer part of my lips. Now I'm going to use another lip liner that I really have been liking, and this is from LA Girl, and it's the Perfect Precision Lip Liner, and this is the shade Bear. Is this the one that I was using? Wait, is it this one? Yeah, I guess we can use Bear. I used one this weekend that I really like. I don't know if it's Bear. I didn't pay attention to the name. I probably should have, but this one I feel like is also gonna work. Yes, I like that. My nose is so runny. Is that not such a beautiful combination? I really love this combo. How cute is this combo, guys? It's so beautiful. You can still see my thing on my lip. I thought I was gonna be able to finesse it and like cover it, whatever. So you can either choose to leave it like this, which is a really nice look, but I always like to throw on a gloss. This is also one of my favorites. I feel like I showcase this in almost every makeup video. It's just such a good lip gloss from Morphe, and it also just lightens up the lip a little bit more. So let's go ahead and just top that on. What do we think about this lip? I freaking love this combination. It's so good. It's two lip liners put together and a gloss, and it looks really nice. Last and final step is some highlighter. This one I still use and abuse and love, the Fenty Beauty highlighter. I actually need to pick up a new one again. I have like a long list of things that I need to restock on. This one is my favorite. Look at it, guys. It's literally gone. That's how much I use it. It's so good. That's how you know that I literally love it so much. This is the shade Hustler Baby, and I like to put this on my brow bone right here just to clean it up a little bit more. I like to do my tear duct, my nose. Just take my finger to kind of blend it out because I don't want it to look so shiny on the tip, but I want it to be visible. See? Okay, now you can see half of it with some highlight, half of it with not, and I think this side looks better. Comment down below, let me know. Do you guys wear highlight? Is it something that's a part of your routine? Are you okay with skipping out on it? Let me know. And that is all for today's makeup look. This has literally been my go-to makeup. You know, can always play around with the liner situation, but this is what I've been doing. I really love how everything came out. If you have any makeup products that you guys love and you swear by, comment it down below because I have a list of things I need to restock on, and I will definitely be adding yours, testing it out to see how it works on my skin. Also, if you have any makeup tricks, also comment that down below so that we can all have like a flawless makeup routine with everyone's tips and advice put together. I think it'll be really, really helpful. So let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. It just reassures me that you guys enjoy my content. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye!